Cosmetic procedures are more popular than ever, but knowing what is trending and what to watch out for is key. Board-certified plastic surgeon Dr. Michael Kim is joining us here in the studio to break down the latest trends, what we need to be thinking about, and how to make safe, informed decisions. Dr. Kim, thanks for being here.
Morning.
We always appreciate you being in the studio, giving us some insight. I know it's been an interesting year when it comes to cosmetic procedures and some of the advances.
Yeah, I think every year it's almost the same procedures that are the most common, And it turns out, again, that liposuction is probably the #1 invasive cosmetic procedure in the States. And it always amazes me because, my practice, a lot of practices around, we don't do that much liposuction, I think, because we're pretty conservative. It's all about patient selection, safety, not all about money.
Right.
But a lot of clinics are popping up where it's all about the money, and so unfortunately you have patients that probably could lose weight or exercise, diet, but they're all getting liposuction. So just be wary, this is the #1 procedure, but be wary, are you really a great candidate?
It's a pretty tough procedure and can go wrong very easily if you're doing it with the wrong hands. I know tummy tucks are a big one as well.
Yeah, I see a lot of patients, younger ones that just had kids, but we see older patients, who lose a lot of weight, with the GLP-1 drugs. I'm having a lot of patients in their 50s, 60s, and even 70s that lose 100 pounds.
Right.
So they need a facelift, they need a tummy tuck, everything drops, a breast lift. So those are very common in our older patients. It used to be mostly younger patients after kids, but because of all this weight loss recently, we are seeing a lot of older patients.
I think a lot of people might not realize that Wegovy just got approved in the pill form. I think it was just yesterday. Right. So it's becoming more readily available. What happens that we don't hear about when you're taking these drugs or these injections to your body, aside from losing weight?
Well, I think if you look statistically, I'm not an expert on the weight loss drugs, but what I've read is that many patients who stop the drugs will gain a lot of the weight back if you don't change your lifestyle. It can be significant muscle loss with the use of the drugs. They're studying that now. And so those are the two issues I see. But there are a lot of benefits to the drug, and that's of course why it's so popular. And it's very costly. So the combination of cost and potential side effects and rebound weight gain after you stop them, muscle, those are all things I'm always worried about when I have patients on that.
And you're seeing the patients coming in with a saggy skin. You drop the weight, your skin sometimes doesn't snap back, right?
Right, so it's important to have like a stable weight. So if you lose 100 pounds, it's not just, I just lost it. You want to make sure you're stable over 6 months to a year to make sure that you're not going to get it all back before you have a surgical procedure. That's very important.
What are you seeing in 2026? What do you think is going to be the trend or the popular procedures?
Well, the non-invasives are always very popular. We have over 10 million people getting Botox every year. That's a lot. And the fillers, of course, 5 million people getting fillers. Yeah. So those are the most common procedures we see. Those are going to increasing. I think patient education is becoming more and more important. Patient safety. So I'm hoping to continue that all year round for my patients and hopefully other surgeons, to direct them to the correct people to be doing these procedures, which of course are anyone who's board certified in plastic surgery, dermatology, facial plastic surgery. We have all these clinics popping up now that are non-plastic surgeons doing the procedures. So every time I talk to patients, I always make sure that these physicians have privileges to do this procedure in the hospital, just to make sure if something happens, they're going to take care of you. You're not stuck in the ER by yourself.
So hospital privileges, board certified, that's what we need to be looking for.
Right.
And not just the best price. You get what you pay for in some cases. Dr. Kim, thank you so much. Merry Christmas to you and your family and your team. We always appreciate you coming in.
Thank you.
We'll put information right there. You can see it, how to get in touch with Dr. Kim and his team. They are some of the best. They are the best in town, I'll just say that. We'll put that on our Gulf Coast website as well and our news app.